wasn't intending to make a vlog like this today. I was gonna make it about what I was doing, but then, yeah, I crashed my drone. If you just want to hear me talk about what's in the title, then I have chapters in my video, just skip ahead to it. And if not, you can enjoy the journey up to this point as well. I'm passing through Tagum for the first time since the new flyover opened. I've been watching them build this for 4 years. Wowie, wowie, This is very, very cool. I don't have a sunroof to hang out of, unfortunately. However, this project is very nice. I'm surprised they didn't asphalt it, but I guess they will soon. It's nice to just drive without having to go through the Sahara or over the potholes and whatever else was underneath this before, which I'm about to go to, because where I'm going is just on my right, and I'm on a flyover, so I can't just exit. Hi, Ivana. Right, having done that, I'm going to go back to, well, it would be the Sahara, but it's rained. There we have it, a water truck washing the Sahara. I'm not entirely sure where I go now to get into G-Mall, but that's my own fault for using the flyover. I think now they're cementing at the bottom, so there's nice roads at the bottom. I really hope they plant the palm trees again. The palm trees were really nice here before. It's been so long. I mean, I remember the days before the flyover, and it just feels like it's really, really long ago. So you do a legal, slightly dodgy counterflow to turn. That's alright. The thing's blooming huge. It does. It needs big pine trees. Big pine trees, they die. Big palm trees next to it would make it really good. And now I am in the land of tricycles. Hey, what's up?
Musta?
Okay na, basta man.
Okay, ako.
Nakita ko yung mga kauban sa isa ka restaurant sa dito. Gusto ko kwan.
Masa to?
Mouse kay nagpiling ko akong mouse sa kwan sa Davao, Daot jud.
Logitech, wapo na Logitech.
Wapong Logitech customer.
Logitech, okay. Kanin siya nga classic.
Ay kanino?
Wapo na Logitech.
Oo, basta man mo.
Okay lang.
Okay kayo, wala komanderi.
Jud.
Nakita
Bago na may natanas yung video.
Alagi.
Okay na kayo pagka-vlog mo.
Sa Bislig. Nagka-job dito. Okay, salamat kayo. Salamat. Salamat kayo. Next time amping these guys are cool, they remember me. You know, I waited at a shop I won't name in Davao. I was just stood around thinking, I just want a computer mouse, and nobody served me, so I said, okay, I know where I'll get good customer service, the Octagon boys at Tagum, who are always awesome. They remember me from last time when I came in. Right, where am I going? Bislig. I need to go now, otherwise it's gonna be dark when I get there. Let's see how long it takes. I haven't been up that way for so long. I was very familiar with this road in the 3 years before I started vlogging, but it's been a while. had no idea that this would be my final flight. Rest in peace, drone. It fell backwards down from the coconut tree. Served me well, eh? Yeah, the gimbal's done. It's done. I messed up. I totally miscalculated what I was doing. Totally miscalculated the line that I was flying. Happens, eh? Happens. I like the rustic charm of Bislig though. Mangagoi. It's nice. I like a lot of these towns up here in Surigao. I like the ancestral homes. They're really cool. But I'm gonna go find a place to be emotional, because that's what you do. No, I'm not gonna be emotional. I made that very clear in about my third video, I think. This is the part where I'm meant to do some emotional beach scene. Look at me. I'm so emotional. My life's so something or other and I can't be bothered, so there's Mangagoi in the distance. I'm on a mission to reclaim coconut trees for good, happy things, rather than things that I crash a drone into. I like the ocean. I'm gonna put my camera on a tripod. That's a much, much better idea, I think. I'm gonna do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like this all the time. Never mind. So my last video I made about why I came here and why I stayed in the first place has been quite popular. And so I thought, and a few people have asked, why don't you do a follow-up about the years later and what happened? So I thought, okay, well things are a little bit different here. Of course they are. So, but I'm not gonna cry on the camera like most people do. Or if I do cry, then you know it's serious. Then you know it's good. This bit of paper is my notes. I haven't got that much up there. It's not that good. Since I've been here, I've just done all kinds of crazy things I never ever thought I'd end up doing. And so, actually, first of all, I talked about my first business being a food truck from a jeepney, and that was kind of the most normal thing I've done here. Everything else, I've been into farming, tried falcata, cacao, banana, a lot of things where it's difficult, and it's difficult to find good people to do it with. And then they're staring at me out of a tripod, this weird white bloke doing. Don't blame him. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Fish farming. Well, I had no idea I'd go into fish farming. I mean, this is what makes life fun, is being open to new things and so on and so forth. And would I ever do this at home? I don't know. The biggest thing at home is it's very difficult to get into something like that because the barriers to entry are so high. The Philippines is a great place for starting something because anyone can do it. And anyone can realise that actually they're not at all qualified to do it, and the rules are there for a reason. The funny thing is I spent 17, 18, 19, 20... I spent 4.5 years just doing all kinds of random things, but I said before, I came here as a photographer, and now I'm vlogging. It's like I've come full circle. It took me 5 years to do it, but we're back. Okay, actual things that I have a list, which I haven't put in any kind of order, and I am going to go, hey, you know what? These are in no particular order. First one is about patience and impatience, which I am at both ends of the scale with. When I drive, I'm impatient in certain situations, and sometimes when I'm in a good frame of mind, I can be patient and just say, hey, you know what? it's the Philippines, things do not go smoothly, and so it's not going to be as I expected. It's not going to be exactly as I thought. Okay, fine. Or, in other cases, sometimes it drives me mad, drives me nuts. I think, what on earth is going on in the world at this point in time where I am? And it makes me laugh. It does, it makes me laugh. Actually, overall, I've become much more relaxed and just much more laid back and much more bahala na. Much more, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Actually been very helpful because I'm a very anxious, mad, blah, 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 blah kind of person. Intense. With these really intense emotions, to be in a place that's most of the time quite relaxed, well, apart from the fact that sometimes it totally drives me mad and makes me, and I get angry, but to be in this kind of place is good. And that's another point that I thought of yesterday, which is, let me have a look at my list again. I actually find it much, much easier to have social interaction here. I like social interaction, I like talking to people. I'm scared to walk up to people and say hello. So being in a place where people will just come up to me and say, hey, what's up? Hey, come here, have a shot. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, but you can drink beer, right? Yes, I can. And it's just so helpful for that. I don't know what I'm classed as, but I don't know, extrovert, introvert, I don't blooming know. I admire there are lots of people who will just come up to me and say, hey, I'm actually quite shy. Maybe I hide it well. I don't know, I really don't know. And the other thing is this attitude of, if bad stuff happens, then, all right, it happens. It happens, let's move on. Let's go do something else, okay? And that's an admirable trait. Actually, yesterday, when I put that into one of these, yes, tears came to my eye, very briefly. I was upset, but I very quickly realized, okay, it's a drone. It's a drone. We can move on, we can do something about it. And now I'm sat here, and Kula sent me a shot earlier of him droning this bay, and I said, get out of here. There's a lot of good traits here. There's no actual good or bad when it comes to being relaxed or comes to being super focused, intense. Both of them have their drawbacks, both of them are good, but it's what makes you happy. And that's at the end of the day. It's a balance, of course. As if I've achieved anything like that. As if. Linked to those, I have much more understanding these days that some crazy things are actually true. There are some absolutely crazy reasons I hear, and it turns out that's the truth. I'm trying to think of a good example of this, and I can't. I had people who worked for me. There must be a reason. Let's turn the camera around. I'm bored of that direction. Let's talk in this direction now. Best excuse I ever heard for not coming to work, which was true, was, I can't think of one, they were all rubbish. The other side of it is, you hear excuses to get out of things that are just not. I've had to learn the difference, which has been difficult at times. I'm trying to think what distinctly mad reason has been true. I can think of one, but I can't say this on a video. There's some kids on bikes. Yeah. What's that? Get up. Okay, next part is when your brain moves from being one language to kind of almost bilingual, it goes through some weird processes. One of them is that you start thinking in that language without realizing. For example, yesterday I was driving. Someone cut a tree down, which fell right in front of me and nearly took out the power lines, which I have gloriously captured on dash cam. And my first reaction was to swear in Bisaya. That was funny. And also some people who've messaged me will know this. They message me in English, and I automatically reply to them in Bisaya. And I look at it and I say, why on earth did I just speak to you in Bisaya? You messaged me in English. Because my brain has just processed that English message in Bisaya, which is very, very strange. That said, a lot of the time people will come and just speak to me in English. And if I want to go and speak to them in Bisaya, I have a limited time frame in which to make known that I speak Bisaya. And sometimes, like with the hotel staff here, I think I'm past the point of no return, but I mean, that's fine. That's fine because the English is very, very good. But sometimes I fancy speaking Bisaya. The point of no return with languages. It's also fun when people have no idea and you just blast it out. Especially when they've been talking there's normally very harmless things about you. It's normally the same kind of topics of, Americano, puti, taas ng ilong. And so sometimes I just join in and they get very embarrassed about these things that don't matter. Which is fun, which is very, very fun. The kids are now whispering things about me in the background, which is also hilarious. They're learning, becoming chismoso. Very funny. Random things I've noticed. Number one, I never used to like dogs. Now I have 2 dogs who I absolutely love. And number 2, I tip more often. I give, well, it used to be 20s. Now inflation has happened. Sometimes that needs to be a 50. Sometimes it's still a 20. Never coins. Don't ever give coins. Oh, my audience has doubled in size to 4. I don't come from a tipping culture. And so, especially in Davao, I've noticed it's kind of, it's what you do. You leave money out for food and so on and so forth. I didn't used to do that. Oh, people who load up your truck. Because, of course, they're on minimum wage. It's not really enough. So, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. I have an audience. I do have an audience. No more trikes staring at me, but an audience of 4 kids who find it white bloke speaking to a camera very interesting, which I don't blame them, to be honest. It's a bit weird. Musta man? Okay na? Okay lang? Nag-video lang ko. Taga Davao, pero British ko.
What's your name called?
My name? Anselm. Anselm. What's your name?
Zelmar.
Zelman?
Zelmar.
Zelma. Taga Devi mo? Taga Bislig? Devi. Unsay kuan? Unsay pangalan sa lugar, Devi?
Junction.
Junction? Taga Junction mo? Hindi man intersection, junction. They don't get that. Kay na ako'y kuan. Aking trabaho.
Sino mo trabaho?
Ani, video lang. Pag video na ako'y trabaho sa kuan, diba?
Sila ka bukin mo yung anak ko.
Ngani, 2 lang.
Mag-isa.
Tanawag ka, wait lang. Na ako'y Devi. Ang isa, kamay lang. Ano yung isa? Oo.
Ikaw?
Oo. Kung mag-on ka, nga ni. Oo, nag-on na. Oo, tanawa. Oh, you're videoing me na. Vlogging the vlogger ka. Tapos kung mag-kuhan, kung nga ni, ikaw na. Imoha. Oo. New vloggers in training. Oo.
Kami ay mga ayos sa imo anay.
Kung na ako'y isa lang ako ah.
Pagpalit, dagan bit, you are rich.
Pili ko rich eh.
Rich ka na, kay car.
Kanahan ka ang camera, no? I gave him a little bit to buy some merienda for themselves. We had a good conversation about cameras. I tried to explain to them that that's not quite how money works and so on, but I'm not sure how successful I was. So I told them, get some merienda, Nagparik ka ako merienda. Ha? Oo, okay lang ha. Unsa imong kuan? Ay, wala ka nagpalit. Mo para imong tanan.
Ha?
Para imong tanan.
Dili sila mo.
Oh, pag merienda.